All right, everybody, welcome to the first London Coaching Collective Hot Topic video series. This is our first episode, and we're so excited because we have no idea how this is going to go. And the coaches here today, they have a little bit of an idea of the topic of the question that's come in, but they don't know what the question itself is. So in a minute, what I'm going to do is I'm going to read a question that's come in from our audience, and each coach is going to have about 5 minutes to answer the challenge or concern that the person has and give some recommendations on some next steps. So hopefully you at home, if this is something that you can relate to, or you have someone in your life that is going through something very similar, share this video with them. Help them get a different perspective on things that they can do. And if you want to meet up with one of these coaches beyond this call, you'll be able to find their information on our Facebook page. Okay, so before we get started, if we just want to go through everyone sharing what your name is and the name of your business. And Elle, we'll start with you.
My name is Lisa Bay, and lots of people call me Elle because there's a lot of Lisas in our community. So please feel free to call me there. And my business is Lisa Bay, a motivational coach.
Awesome, thank you. Katrina.
Hi, I'm Katrina. My business is A Natural Spark, and I help people inspire, motivate, change, get people moving more authentically in their life.
And Leah.
Hi, I am Leah, and my business is Leah Wickman, Body Positive Coaching and Sex Positive Coaching.
Awesome. So are you guys ready? Are you ready for our first question here? Okay,
Yep.
Well, first of all, what we're going to do, let's see. So I've written all of the coaches' names down. We're going to pick at random. I will read the question so they at least have like 10 seconds to think before I pick the name at random. So our audience member writes, I connected with a gentleman earlier this year. We seem to enjoy each other's company and try to see each other once a week or so. We are both extremely busy people with careers, hobbies, friends, and kids. I recently brought up the subject of defining our relationship. He said that we are still getting to know each other. I'd like to move him from the gentleman I've been seeing to boyfriend category, but I also want to respect his space, allow organic development, and not have him feel pressured. What do you recommend? Okay, so I'm gonna mix this up. Leah, what do you think?
My initial recommendation would be to have the conversation just as the question was phased and put it out on the table. Open the lines of communication and explain that you don't want to put any pressure down. You're not interested in having a decision made based on pressure, and this is how you're feeling, and get the dialogue going. Do you want to move forward? Do you not want to move forward? Where are we at?
Yeah, so just
do you want to have some time? Yeah.
bringing it out there.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, Katrina.
All right, so my kind of initial reaction is I hear you on wanting to know answers, because I like to, find out the answer right away. So that patience piece is, I'm thinking that's a really important piece. And it is hard to, let things go organically, but in the end, I think sometimes it's the best way to do it, and having those conversations, but talking about expectations, because sometimes oftentimes expectations are very different in a relationship. So perhaps asking one another, what are your expectations and what are my expectations, and having a conversation about that can really clear the air as to where the relationship is going in the beginning, and then being patient if you're both on the same page and letting your relationship go as it needs to. And then it will ultimately it'll define itself as time goes on. Or if in the expectation conversation you decide it's not maybe heading in the same direction, it's deciding what to do with it from there.
Awesome. Great. Thank you. Lisa.
Well, I agree with Katrina and Leah that communication is really key in any relationship. And to further that, I think when you're saying you want to move the category to boyfriends, defining for yourself, what does that mean? What does that mean for you? What does a boyfriend mean? How does your relationship maybe not fulfill that need that you want right now, and define that for yourself first. Because if you have a really good idea of what that looks like, does that look like seeing each other more than once a week? Does that look like knowing each other's kids? Does that look like doing certain activities together? What is that to you? And then you're able to have a conversation from a place of knowing what exactly it is you want.
That's great advice. Awesome. So one of the things that I was thinking as we were kind of responding there, and I didn't respond, you did, was that patience piece, and it just kind of evolves into, we all have these thoughts and things that go over and over in our head. So do you guys want to speak to how to handle when, you've maybe had that conversation and that the end goal is coming and what you want out of your relationship is on its way? What kinds of things can this person be, saying to themselves, or even what kind of activities can they be doing on a daily basis to kind of keep them feeling comfortable and in their own way, feeling safe about the decision that they're making going forward? And you can just put your hand up if you have anything to speak to that.
Hopefully.
Sorry, was it me or Katrina?
I think Katrina was just doing her hair.
Oh, just doing her hair.
You can go, Al. I'll go next.
Okay, sounds good. I was going to say, I think a really important piece is that self-love piece. So doing things that nurture your sense of self and help you feel really confident in who you are, and just saying to yourself, I'm deserving of my own love, so you feel deserving of the love around you and you're ready to accept it when it's ready and available for you.
Great. Katrina, did you want to add something?
Yeah, so what I was thinking is sometimes when we're in a process of things and moving towards a goal, it's hard to have those steps along the way. And sometimes it's reminding yourself, I'm well on my way to where I want to be. And just having that reminder, and maybe reminding yourself that when you're getting frustrated with it not being where you wanting to be, and letting go of the end result, and just allowing yourself to be free in that process, because that's part of the journey. And that's sometimes the best part. And when you let go of the how and what it's going to be in the end, and reminding yourself, I'm well on my way to that love and all of the things that a boyfriend entails, it can allow you to be more free and let go of some of those negative thoughts of insecurities and doubt and all of those things along the way. So just saying, I'm well on my way to having a boyfriend who loves me, cares for me, whatever it is that you're looking for, can allow you to have fun and excitement and enjoy the journey along the way.
Awesome. Now, Leah, so you kind of brought up the communication piece. So what if the conversation comes about and, they realize, or, this person realizes that this man doesn't want to be a boyfriend? What are some things that she can do to kind of move forward from that realization? Because part of not wanting to have the conversation is because maybe there's this fear around what the answers might be. So what if she does get some answers that she doesn't want to hear?
Well, I think both Elle and Katrina hit the nail on the head, and it's really identifying what you want the relationship to look like for you, for your own good and your mental health and your highest interest, and really just not looking for the validation from the other person, and validate your experience. I did what I could do. I got the answers that I needed, and moving forward, this is in my best interest. And I'm glad we had this conversation, and that it, to speak to what Katrina said, that's the organic end. There it is. But really looking after, validating yourself for having the conversation, because it is, I'm really quick to jump to, yes, have that conversation, but it is difficult to do because you have all of those fears that you don't necessarily want to deal with at the moment. So patting yourself on the back for having the conversation, acknowledging that it might be the organic end to something, and being okay with that piece before you have the conversation and set yourself up.
Awesome. Great. Any other final thoughts on this? Yeah, Lisa.
I think it's also important to know that we have all been in the place where we have feelings for someone and those feelings aren't reciprocated.
Yeah.
And that is a really challenging thing to move through. But knowing that you're building these resources for yourself and you're opening yourself up to this love, that it's going to come into your life one way or another. It just might not always come the way you're expecting it to.
You know what, as you said that, there was like this yellow light that just like showed up behind your head. It kind of looks like you just like, oh. Awesome. All right, well, I think that is fantastic advice. I'm really looking forward to sharing this with our community, and especially with this person who wrote in. So for anyone who's watching this, if you have a question about your love life, your career, your personal life, the goals that you have, anything that a coach can help with, let us know, and we would happily make a video for you with different opinions and recommendations. So until next time, we hope, actually, we have no ending thoughts. If you have something that you think that we should say at the end of our video, you let us know, and we hope to talk to you again soon. Bye.
Bye.